Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Monkeypox patient fled hospital isolation to enjoy Jamaica vacation. The monkeypox patient who fled the Mapen Hospital in Clarendon on Saturday reportedly said he wanted to enjoy his vacation in Jamaica. He said that he's not going to spend so much money to come here and not enjoy himself, and he told them the other patients that by 10 a.m. he was going to leave the hospital and he has already called his ride, said a healthcare worker at the hospital who was not authorized to speak on the matter. He is selfish and stay bad and is inconsiderate, added the official fuming. The health ministry confirmed that the man jumped from the window at the hospital sometime afternoon and left in a waiting motor car. It's the first case of the contagious virus detected on the island. Tufton advised the country on July 6. He said the man went to the public health system on July 5th, having arrived on the island 5 days earlier from the United Kingdom. He is reminding the public that the disease is contagious and to be on the lookout. But he is also urging persons not to harm the man. The solution is not to try to apprehend or engage in any confrontation with any individual having these symptoms. The best thing is to call the police or the parish health authority, he told reporters. Monkeypox is a viral disease that can be transmitted from person to person. Symptoms include fever, intense headache, swelling of the nerves, back pain, muscle ache, lack of energy, and/or rash. The incubation period is between 5 and 21 days. 14-year-old Kiana Green missing. An Ananda Alert has been activated for a 14-year-old Kiana Green, otherwise called Kiki, of Kingston 5, who has been missing since Friday, July 8. She is of dark complexion, medium build, and about 5 feet 2 inches tall. Reports from the Crossroads police are that about 11 a.m., Kiana was last seen at home. She was dressed in a white t-shirt and blue jean shorts. She has not been heard from since. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of Kiana Green is asked to contact the Crossroads police at 876-926-6657, Police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. 10 taken into custody following gun seizures in St. Thomas. 10 people were taken into custody after a Glock 9mm pistol containing 1 magazine with 9 live cartridges and a homemade firearm were seized by the St. Thomas police during a raid at an entertainment venue early Saturday morning. Police reports indicate that the raid was carried out about 2 a.m. in Bad St. Thomas while a dance was in progress when the weapons were discovered. The persons were taken into custody in relation to the find, as also for questioning in relation to other crimes, the police stated. Jess' mom, after PNP, says she's not eligible to contest VP post. Up to press time Friday evening, Zulika Jess had not responded to a decision by the Executive Committee of the People's National Party PNP to throw her out of the nomination for a vice president post in the political organization. Jess, an attorney at law, was nominated on Thursday ahead of Friday's closure of nominations. However, her bid received resistance from the party secretariat. On Friday morning, the PNP issued a release stating that Jess, who had contested the Clarendon Central seat for the party in September 2020 general election, was not eligible to contest the position due to a number of factors, among them that her direct membership was suspended since no payment has been made since 2018. Additionally, the party said Jess's direct membership was then superseded and came to an end by her becoming a group member. However, her group subsequently went into abeyance. As such, the PNP said her membership is now provisional on account of her group being re-registered on January 31, 2022. In these circumstances, the legal advice received is that payments made at the time of nomination cannot retroactively revive her direct membership, the party stated. The PNP also said that under its constitution, the eligibility requirements in order to be nominated for a vice president post, or that anyone so interested must have their membership in the party for a minimum of 5-year period, be a member of a recognized constituency committee, regional management committee, or national executive council member, and must also have at least 24 members signing their nomination papers, 12 of whom must be current members of the NEC from at least 3 regions. The party said that 35 members of the executive voted to reject Jess's nomination, 1 member voted yes, 2 abstained, and 4 did not vote for any of the options. The decision was slammed by comrades some of whom questioned why Jess was put forward as a candidate in the 2020 election if, as the party stated, her membership had not been paid up since 2018. They also repeated a claim made by other comrades on Thursday that the party had been trying to dissuade Jess from contesting the post as it wanted to avoid an election, as the PNP is still trying to heal wounds inflicted by a divisive and unsuccessful leadership challenge to Dr. Peter Phillips by Peter Bunting in 2019. Party insiders told reporters that during a contentious meeting at PNP headquarters on Thursday, the Secretariat was bluntly told that if Jess was prevented from contesting the position, the PNP would lose votes in the next local government election. Conrad Oben, one of Jess's supporters, who was seen driving out of the premises, told reporters that he left the meeting out of frustration. "I was in the meeting and I'm quite upset, so I walked out. I'm certainly not pleased. They are trying to prevent her from nominating, and by virtue of what they would basically get her out of the race," O'Brien stated. "If they decided not to have her nominated, then certainly she would not be able to offer herself, but that could be double problematic. I can't say that what people will do, but based on the kind of groundswell she has been receiving, I don't think the people would basically take it very lightly, especially against the background that from day one, persons were being called from left, right, and center to persuade her to withdraw her candidature," he added. "Should they take and hold the position, it would be a very, very, very sad day for the People's National Party," he said. Website to provide guidelines for St. James JPs to be launched today. Ever since he became Custos of St. James in 2018, Bishop Conrad Pitkin has dreamt of a website for the office. The goal is to provide useful content in an easy-to-access format for Justices of the Peace JPs and members of the public who seek out their services. Finally, the website will be launched. "I saw the need for us to have our JPs in St. James have access to readily to all information pertaining to the Office of the Justice of the Peace. It is something that has been a trend, and during discussions JPs decided that they would bill and commission it as a gift to the Office of the Custos," Bishop Kipton told reporters. The website will include an application form for individuals interested in becoming JPs, guidelines for an annual report, as well as legislation that will guide them in performing their duties. These include the JP Act, the Bail Act, and more. All the necessary pieces of the legislation and other documents regarding the offices of the Justices of the Peace and other legislation that they need to be all forthwith, they will have access to, according to Bishop Pitkin, who said the new website is timely. The role and responsibility of JPs has been in the spotlight recently after a video, widely available on social media, showed a group of JPs interacting with murder-accused Roshane Barnett. The 23-year-old was asked to remove his clothing so that those present could determine if his body bore evidence of a beating he alleged he had received while incarcerated. Barnett has been charged with 5 counts of murder in connection with the slaying of a mother and her 4 children. Some may argue that the recording of the video, said to have made its way into the public domain because of an error, is out of step with the approved modus operandi in the execution of duties under the Justices of the Peace Act 2018. On Thursday, Minister of Justice Delroy Chuck announced that a committee had been appointed to investigate the matter. According to Chuck, the investigation is to determine if there were any breaches by the JPs and if yes, to recommend what action should be taken. The committee is to report within 4 weeks to the relevant custodies and the Minister of Justice. The report will be guided the conduct of the JPs when seeking to protect the rights and dignity of persons in custody. When asked for his views on the issue, Bishop Pitkin noted that while St. James has not had a similar situation in the past, proper training, the observation of established guidelines and instructions are invaluable to keeping JPs in check. "I am very current on the training of my Justices of the Peace and making sure that persons who serve in sensitive areas are properly instructed and given guidelines," he told reporters. Jamaica reports 120 new COVID cases, 2 deaths. Jamaica reported 120 new COVID-19 cases and 2 deaths on Friday, according to the latest statistics from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. This pushed the total number of cases of the virus since the start of the pandemic to 143,865 and the death toll to 3,155. Of the newly reported cases, there were 68 females and 52 males, with ages ranging from 1 to 92 years. The cases were recorded in Kingston and St. Andrew 51, St. Catherine 23, St. James 9, St. Thomas 8, St. Mary 6, Manchester 5, St. Elizabeth 5, Hanover 3, Portland 3, St. Anne 3, Clarendon 2, Westmoreland 1, and Trelawney 1. The two newly reported fatalities comprised a 96-year-old female from St. Anne, who passed away in June 2022, and a 77-year-old female from St. Catherine, whose September 2021 death was under investigation. The country also recovered 66 new recoveries, bringing the total number of recoveries to 91,582. The positivity rate for the latest round of testing was 17.3%. There are 99 people hospitalized, 2 of them critically ill. There are 1,244 confirmed active cases on the island. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.